Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Hannah and I'm a second year psychology student at the University of Ottawa. Now, you clicked on this video, so I'm guessing you're interested in getting an iPad, but have no idea which one to get or have no idea if it's worth it. Thankfully, I'm a student who has an iPad, so I can help you out with that. This video is just going to be a simple iPad guide for students who have no idea which iPad to get, what apps to use, or what accessories are actually worth it. Let's get right into it. The first thing I want to talk about is what iPad should you get. Now, Apple kind of has like 4 different tiers when it comes to getting an iPad. There is the baseline iPad, which is the 10th generation right now. There is the iPad Air, the iPad Pro, and the iPad Mini. Now, each of these iPads do slightly different things, and they all come at slightly different price points, which is probably the main concern if you're anything like me. The first one I want to talk about is the baseline iPad. Now, this iPad is the iPad 10th generation, and it is probably the most affordable iPad you can get on Apple unless you want to go for a refurbished option. As Apple's most affordable iPad, the iPad 10th generation starts at $499 Canadian, and I honestly think this is a really great option if you're looking for a more affordable iPad. It does everything you need it to do if you just wanted to take notes, watch YouTube, do light video editing. This iPad is a great option, especially if you're just starting out and are a little unsure and don't want to just throw a bunch of money at it. This iPad comes with the A14 Bionic chip, which I honestly have really no idea what that means, but from watching other influencers, they seem to think that is more than enough. My only issue with this iPad is that it is not compatible with the Apple Pencil Pro or the Apple Pencil 2nd generation, which means that the pencil can't charge on the side. Now, recently they did come out with the Apple Pencil USB-C, which means that it will stick to the side, but it doesn't charge there. And honestly, when I used to have the iPad 9th generation, the most annoying thing was charging the Apple Pencil because it would like die sometimes in the middle of lecture. Now, I don't know how the USB-C is for battery life, but that's the only thing that kind of like set me off, was just like the Apple Pencil charging on the side. Now let's talk about the iPad Air. I have the iPad Air and I honestly think it's a really great middle ground when it comes to iPad. This iPad is compatible with the Apple Pencil Pro, comes with the M2 chip, and comes in 2 different sizes. So if you want the larger screen size, that is now an option with the iPad Air, and I absolutely love that. This iPad also starts with 128 gigabytes, which is more than enough in my opinion if you're a student. So if you have a little bit more budget to spend, then I would really consider this one. Now let's talk the iPad Mini. Now, the iPad Mini, I honestly don't really think is a great option for students. It's really nice if you want to just do everyday things on it. It's really cool, probably great for kids or playing games. But as a student, I just think the screen is a little bit too small when it comes to taking notes. So that personally bothered me, and that's why I didn't opt for this one. But it does come in some really cute colors, and it's compatible with the Apple Pencil 2nd generation, so the Apple Pencil will charge on the side. If you want like a really tiny, compact device, maybe just for reading like books or textbooks when it comes to school, I mean, I think it's a good option, but you also have to consider the fact that this iPad is like 3 years old now, so they probably will be renewing it soon. So I maybe would wait for that one. Maybe we'll see something coming soon with it. I don't know. Now, although the iPad Pro has the M4 chip, it comes in the super thin new size. It's got the best battery life, the best everything. I'm not sure that it's really the best option if you're a student. If you have an unlimited budget, go for it. Like, it's an awesome iPad. But if your budget is still in consideration, then I personally think as a student, the iPad Air does everything you need it to do. It has the M2 chip. I don't know that you need an M4 chip to do what you need to do as a student, but if you're a design student or you're planning on doing a bunch of editing, that sort of thing, it may be a good option. My only thing that I want to mention about it is that the 11-inch starts at $13.99 Canadian. So personally, that wasn't the budget for me. I also want to mention that Apple's student discount is out right now. So like If you're a student, you can get, I think, like 10% off your device. Plus, I got like a $150 gift card, which pretty much paid for my Apple Pencil when I bought this iPad. So you should definitely check that out now if you're planning on getting an iPad. So overall, my final opinion is that the two best iPads for students are either the iPad 10th generation or the iPad Air. I think they're both fantastic options for students and they really give you all you need. Next, let's talk accessories. So when you're buying an iPad, honestly, one of the biggest things that adds to the price is the accessories. You think you're just buying like this $700 device and you're like, wow, that's expensive. And then you realize, oh, there's a $400 keyboard. Oh, there's a $200 pencil. Oh, there's a $100 case. Like, it really adds up if you continue to like get all the accessories. So I'm gonna give you my opinions on which ones you actually need. The thing I want to talk is cases. I personally do not think that you need to buy the $100 Apple case. I mean, they are pretty, they are cute, but there are dupes on Amazon. So far, I found two Amazon cases that I really love and I'm using for my iPad. First, I have this purple case, which I don't have on my iPad right now, but it just magnetically connects to my iPad to the back like the Apple case, and this was only $20 or 17 something, and then I guess with tax it was like 20. But it also has the kickstand to sit your iPad up like that, and I think it's a great deal for like 20 bucks. The case I currently have on my iPad is also from Amazon. I think I paid like $15 for this, and it's really cute because it's clear on the back so I can see the starlight color, and it's just pink at the front, and it also has the little magnetic kickstand. So personal opinion, save your money and buy cases on Amazon because the Apple ones are a little overrated. The next thing I want to mention is the Apple Pencil. I have the Apple Pencil Pro and I absolutely love it. I think that the Apple Pencil is definitely something that I wouldn't buy a dupe on Amazon for. Now, dupes do exist, and I do have seen some people do reviews on them, and they seem like they work good, but I think if you have a little bit extra to spend, then the Apple Pencil really is a good option because it works the best with your iPad. The next thing I want to mention is the Apple Magic Keyboard. I personally had the Magic Keyboard for my old iPad, but I never used it. My personal opinion is if you already have a laptop, do not spend like $400 getting the keyboard. You're buying the iPad to take notes and to do the things that your computer can't do. So personally, if you're not going to use it as a laptop replacement, then I probably wouldn't opt for the keyboard. You're not going to use it as much as you think you're going to use it, and it's just going to go way out of your budget for no reason. Now, if you want to use the iPad as a laptop replacement, then you definitely need a keyboard. You don't want to be like typing like this. But just personal opinion, I think that's somewhere where you can save money. You don't need the Magic Keyboard. There are so many different apps that you can use for note-taking, and that's what I love about iPad is just like there's a million different apps, but I'm going to share with you some of my favorite apps and the features that I love about them. Now, I'm sure you guys have heard of GoodNotes, but I just have to mention it again because I absolutely love this app. I lived by this note-taking app last year. It helped me stay so organized for school, and I just cannot stop talking about it. My favorite thing to do was to make folders for every single one of my classes so that I could put the notebooks and the lecture slides inside there just to keep everything super, super organized. The other thing I was able to use it for was annotating during lectures. I was able to highlight the important things the professor was talking about and just keep little notes, and it was so, so, so helpful. Here's a little example from my last year's classes. The other thing I love about GoodNotes is just all of the options. You can create notebooks, study sets, folders. You can import your lecture slides. Just there are endless options with this app, and I still haven't figured out all the different ways to use it. Here's an example. I like to plan my YouTube videos on GoodNotes, so I don't even just use it for school. I also use it for this. I love it. It's so helpful, and it helps me stay so, so organized. And on the topic of its endless options, I love how many options there is for creating notebooks, and it's easy to just personalize. You can make monthly planners, you can use graph paper, regular paper, whatever kind of paper your heart desires, and I absolutely love that. I love to make planners on here, and I also love that you can just select pretty little notebooks you can customize. For me, that's just such a cool feature. I love it. It's really easy to zoom in for writing for more precise handwriting. I know my writing was messy when I first got my iPad, but honestly, it's gotten a lot better and you will get used to it. Another app that I actually just recently discovered that's pretty similar to Goodnotes is Kilonotes. It's actually much more affordable. I've been able to use all the features without paying anything so far, and I think there's like a one-time $8 fee or something if you want to keep it forever. This app functions very similarly to Goodnotes, and I love creating all my class schedules on here, as you can see. Another feature that this has that I really like is the tape feature, which is super helpful for just if you want to study and memorize things. I explained that so weird, whatever. And for creativity on the iPad, there is a million different options, but the one I love the most is Procreate. Now, I'm definitely no artist, but sometimes I like getting a little bit creative on the iPad, and I think this app only has a one-time charge of like $17, and you get access to all of its features. And I absolutely love an app that's not a subscription fee, that's just a one-time fee. I love it so much, and this allows me to get so creative and have so much fun on my iPad. Anyways, guys, that brings me to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope this helped you decide which iPad you're gonna get for university. Comment down below what your favorite study apps are, because I would love to try out some new ones for this semester as well. Love you guys. Bye.